All right, we are live. Hey, everybody, this is me, Lance Meister, the Undead Viking. Thank you for possibly tuning in to either watching us play a game of Tradewarz live or for watching this after the fact, after this channel. This is a game that is currently it's in Kickstarter right now. I once this game once this is posted, the full video is posted to my channel, I will post a link for that. This is a game that, because of the length and breadth of the components, the designers weren't able to actually send me a copy. But I have played it now online with them several times, and I thought, well, this would be kind of a cool way for us to play it, and then actually record us playing, and then be so people can actually like check out exactly how the game is played. If you're not familiar with Tabletopia, I strongly suggest you look into Tabletopia. It is an amazing program that is free to use, and you can play lots of different games online. So I appreciate give a shout out to Tabletopia for making this possible for us. But also a big shout out to both Harad and Freddie, who are two of the designers of the game. Harad has like hamster wheels running his internet connection, so he's going to be mostly a silent partner here. But Freddie is going to take the reins here as soon as I'm done talking, and he's going to teach us about Tradewarz and how the game is played.
Okay. Hello, guys.
Hello, Freddie.
Hey. So is everyone here?
I think Harad is wave your hand back and forth. Wave your hand back and forth, Harad, if you're here. Yep, there you go.
Oh.
Around. He exists. He's awake.
Who's black? Oh, that's Gerard. Gerard is black.
And
okay, right.
I'm blue. So this guy up here is me. But I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to let you talk.
Okay. I'm going to give everyone a trading post to start off with. This is this little ones on the side. In a 3-player game, these are linked, so we'll get to that now. So I'm going to place them now. We start off with 6 resources on your counter for all the resources. And I'll shuffle the decks quickly. Right. That being done, right, so can I give, okay, let's start with the basics, the options on the option board. If you can look at the option boards, you'll see there's Bolt with 2 blocks in it, and March 2 blocks, and Recruit 2 blocks, and Resources Plus 2 blocks. That means there's 2 spaces available that you can actually utilize it during a year. So you can have that, and then you can't build anymore for the year. So you can build 2 times for the year, no more than 2 times. Same counts for March, Recruit, and Resources Plus 2. You can retreat once a year, and you can buy tech upgrade of a specific kind once a year of each color. So you can buy 1 economy, 1 engineering, and 1 military per year. So that's your action or your option board. We said, okay, let me just take this off quickly here. Place them off. Right. So in each year, you can do 5 options. You get, it's turn-based. So every season, you will place one of your actions on one of the action columns here that where my red hand is. Just keep in mind, you can't march in grace period. You can build and buy tech upgrades, no marching in grace. So that's something to keep in mind. So how to build? If you look at the soldiers, here's a soldier in my hand. You start off with 2 soldiers on the board and another 8 to recruit from in your reserve. So in total, if you don't buy any upgrades, you're allowed to bring 10 soldiers onto the board that you can move. So if you want to move these soldiers, you will have to throw the red or blue dice or die. And if you're in the red season, say you're in summer, if you're in a red season, like in summer, you will use the red die, and if you're in the blue season, you will use the blue one. So The blue one dice is more inclined towards not marching so much. There's a lot of snow on it and rain, but there's one 3 movement. And the converse is true for the red one, where there's a lot of suns on it and only one block of 1 march only. So the red die is more inclined towards marching, and you want to move in your summer seasons, and you don't want to really march in your winter seasons. But if needs be, you can actually march in your winter season. So if you want to move, you will take your soldiers and you will move them to the blocks on the board like this. This is where your villages and your settlements and your castles will be built on. So you can build villages where your soldiers are stationed on. So
Freddie,
if
can I
you
ask you a question before you move any further?
yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
so you mentioned the red seasons and the blue seasons, but I'm looking at this little season counter here, and I see a green spot. What's that?
It's grace. It means you can't march there. So there's no movement is allowed within grace. So you can march in summer, you can move in summer, fall, winter, and spring. You cannot march in grace when homage is paid to the gods.
Ah, okay.
So plan your moves carefully. So to build, you will uh, you will where your soldiers are stationed. So your soldiers here on this spot, you can actually then build a village or a settlement on top of it. And if you build a village or a settlement, you're only allowed 1 resource silo extraction or worker placement, and you can place it on any of the adjacent octagons on the board. If you build a village from scratch, you can actually place 2 silos on the board. Let me just take the soldier and put it here. So you can place it on like this. You can have 2 of each resource. You can place it any way you like. But just remember, the way you place it is the way it remains until someone destroys your village or your settlement. So if someone destroys it or walks across your village, you will lose your village and your settlement from the board. You pay 2 lumber, 2 wheat, and 2 gold for a village, and 1 lumber and 1 wheat for building just a settlement. So, and the proviso is that if you build a village, you will also get gold from it. So villages are taxed, settlements are not taxed. So that's something to keep in mind, that you will need gold in the game, and gold is generated by your villages and your trade posts. So you will want to buy villages or build villages, and then you can also build only 5 villages on the board, and you're allowed to have 6 structures on the board, where 5 of them might be villages and 1 settlement. So it's like you can have 5 villages and 1 settlement, but you can have no more than 5 villages at this stage in the game. Um, okay, so I've discussed the resource tokens. If you place them on say um, uh, mining and lumber, at the end of the year when resources are calculated, you will get the resources, 1 of each resource where your workers are placed on or your silos are placed on. So in this instance, if this was the case, you would receive 1 lumber and 1 mining at the end of the year or the beginning of the year when you calculate resource extraction. Also, in the beginning of the year, your capital city will yield you 3 gold and 1 of each resource on its own. And then you will also calculate the resources that you'll get from your settlement, villages, fortified castles, and trading posts that you own on the board. But we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. So, if your thing that you want to control, or the thing that you want to control, is your trade posts, this is the thing here I've got on my hand. You control a trading post by having a soldier on it, or by building a village on top of it. The advantage of building a village or a settlement on top of it is you then will be able to move your soldier away, and you still maintain control over that spot, and you can place your resource silos on the octagons that's adjacent to that spot. It's also very wise to keep in mind that trade post 1 and 2 is linked, 2 and 3 is linked, and 1 and 3 is linked back and forth. So basically, if you have two villages, let me just get another village here quickly. Another village. Let's say I occupy these two villages of these two trading posts. I will be able to move a soldier, say it's like one, 2, 3. It's like a teleport basically. It's like a trading route, and the advantage of having them is like you will be able to teleport soldiers on the board with your movement, with the one movement between them. So it's quite nice to have them, and you also get for every year, that year end that's concluded, that you keep control of these two positions, you will get a permanent victory point that cannot be taken away from you. So it's actually a sweet deal to control some trading posts in the game as well. Uh, that is not the only thing that you can do with them. You can actually have some fortified castles that you want to say you've built your village on top of your trading post like this, and you want to keep control of it. You might build a fortified castle on it to fortify it, and you can put a soldier in it. So the advantage of having a fortified castle is that a fortified castle can defend itself even though there's no soldier in it. So if you put a soldier in it or an army in it, it becomes quite a nice structure that's defensive. But even so, it still be able to defend itself against an enemy attack to some extent. The cost of a fortified castle is 4 wood or 4 lumber, 3 mining, and 4 gold. So it's quite an expensive structure, and every player in the game are able to build 2 of them from scratch. And the thing is, wherever you build them on the board, they will remain. So they are not taken off the board when players change hands in terms of the structure. So if you build something and a castle, and another player take it from you or win you, they will take control of the castle that you actually own. So it's quite a nice deal. That's why we say we brought in the expropriate. So it's something that remains on the board. Um, then again, there's cards in the game. We've got the battle cards here on the right hand side, on my right hand side, and the morale cards. In the game, um, you will get 6 battle cards, and you will get a morale card at the beginning of each year. And how it works is the military cards or the battle cards, you will get 6. You will keep them for the duration of the game. You will look at your hand, you will shuffle them, and you will place them face down in front of you, and you will play it burn one, play one. And by the time you've done 3 battles, everyone in the game will know how strong your military hand is, and you need to calculate what you need to buy in the tech upgrades given the hand that you have. Because once your hand is being played in battle, everyone would know it's like you're a strong player or you're a weak player. So you need to strategize before battles arise, that you can increase the strength of your hand. Um, in the upgrade cards, so quickly, we'll go into that very briefly. The upgrade cards, there's red, blue, and green. Red is for military upgrades, blue is for defensive upgrades, and green is for economic upgrades. Your red upgrades or your can only be used for attack. Your blue upgrades can only be used when you defend, and your green upgrades is for economics. That goes for anything that's got related to your economy. Increase your building capacity, your movement, and your marching, free education and stuff. But there are also some special cards that's really army specific, and they are denoted with the little stars. That's the super units. They move with specific armies, and they can be used on attack and defense on blue, red, and green. So that's quite a nice card to have. When you buy tech upgrades, you need to have a stepped approach. You can build a level 3 tech university or straight up, and I'll go into that now, but you can't buy a tech 3 card straight up. You will need to buy first one level 1, then you will need a level 2, and then you can be able to buy a level 3. You can't just buy a level 3 or a level 2 straight up. You need to have one of the previous level before you are allowed to buy one of the next level. Um, that is the case for when when there's still a level 1 card available and a level 2 card. But when the previous level is being bought up by other players, you're allowed to buy in the next level, even though you don't have, may not have that, say, level 2 card, or level 1 card available. So there are some provisos for that. How you buy tech upgrades, or which level you're allowed to, is um, uh, let me just, where's my universities? Yeah, here, let's get the red ones, okay, and the blue and the green. Right. So if I buy a red university, this is a level 1, I'll be able to buy a level 1 university. Okay, level 1 tech upgrade. If I build a level 2 on top of it like this, now I'll be able to buy a level 2 tech upgrade. But before I can buy level 2, I must first have a level 1 red upgrade before I can buy a level 2 tech upgrade. So that goes for every color. And on level 4 that you build, any university will get a permanent victory point. So in your capital city, there's already 3 victory points you're locked up just by increasing your university levels. Um, and on level 3 for your economic university, your trading posts will yield you an extra gold as well. So it's something to think of. It's like when you upgrade and you do your economics level 3, your trading posts will yield you somewhat better, 50% more um, at that stage. So the cost of building universities, I guess everyone wants to know, what's the cost of building university? That's incremental, and it needs to be calculated according to your level. So level 1 is 1 mining and 1 gold. Level 2 is 2 mining and 2 gold. And level 3 is 3 mining and 3 gold. So if you build a level 3 straight up, you will have to pay the entire cost of level 1, 2, and 3. You can't just pay for level 3. You need to pay for the levels that you didn't do before. So in this case, it will be 3 plus 3. It will be 6 mining and 6 gold, just to buy it. A tech upgrade, if you want to buy, say, this one, it will cost you 1 gold, 1 lumber, and 1 wheat. It costs you no mining because your mining is used to build the university. So, and level 2 would cost you 2 mining, 2 wheat, 2 lumber, and 2 gold. So you need to have a strong economy to actually buy upgrades because it gets quite expensive as you go along. What else, Lance?
Well,
Have I
Freddie,
forgot something?
if I buy the those technologies, can anybody else get them?
A good question. No, there's a tech monopoly. So whatever you buy is unavailable to other players during the game. So plan wisely. You will see. I said it's good to march in the red seasons, and better to buy tech upgrades and bold and blue seasons. But sometimes uh, when when you want something on the board, or a tech upgrade, it will become a tech race between you and the player next to you, or whichever player, and then you will start sacrificing march options in red seasons to be able um, to get a card that you want before another player can buy that specific card that you were looking for. Yeah, what else can I say? Oh, the resources plus two. I just want to tell something on the resources plus two action on the option board. Sometimes you will run out of cash and you can use this one. So the resources plus two is like you can take 2 gold or 2 lumber or 2 mining or 2 wheat, or you can take one of each resource, like 1 gold and 1 lumber, or 1 mining and 1 wheat, or whatever combination that you deem appropriate at that stage. But only 2 resources. Lance, did I forget something that I haven't said
I think you
that you would
covered it
like to
pretty
know?
well. I mean, the only other thing is just
The
uh,
roads and the bridges I haven't covered yet.
yeah, the roads and the tunnels and what have you.
Right, there's a road. Let me get the tunnel quickly. And a bridge. Where's my bridges? Ah, that's the tunnel. So you you move from square to square in the game, but you can decide to actually let's rotate this 90 degrees. No, it's not going to work. I don't know why this one is going to want to turn the way I want to turn it, but anyway. Uh, anyway, In the game, you'll be able to build or march across your forest, and while you're on the march, you can pay the cost of a road, and then just march across it. So you don't need to spend the build action to be able to march across it. So a road will cost you one lumber and one mining, and a bridge will cost you four wood, so it's quite expensive on wood, plus two mining and two gold, and a tunnel will cost you two lumber, uh, four mining, and two gold. So it's quite expensive. The costs here that you can read what they do. So the obstacles on the board. Where is my mouse going? All right. The obstacles on the board, you just can't just pass them. It's like specifically lakes and mountains. You just can't march across them. It's like if you hear with my red hand is, it's like you can't march between these two obstacles. You can't march between a mountain and a lake, or a lake and a lake, it's like an obstacle. So you need to build a bridge across it, or a tunnel. Like let me just pick it up again. Where are you? Uh, you can build a tunnel. Where is it? What? Okay, there you go. So you can actually build a tunnel through it, so through the mountain, that you can actually then march through the tunnel. Just remember, when you build a tunnel or a road or a bridge, any other player in the game will be able to use your structures. It's like a road is a road, and everyone will be able to use it. So be careful who you give access when you build roads and bridges and tunnels, because once they're on the board, everyone can use them, even against you. So I guess I run through everything that I can think of. Gerard, have I missed something?
Remember, the hamsters won't let him answer.
Say again?
I think the best would be if you probably start playing and explain
Yeah.
how to develop.
Yeah. So why don't you start us off there, Freddie?
Okay, I'll start. I'm going to get my soldiers on the board. Hey, come back.
Battle cards.
Yeah, I need to give you battle cards. It's 6. Right. Right.
I'd like new cards, please.
No, can't have them. Lance, and you can't have and you can't get a morale card now. We normally ask for morale cards before we start.
Oh, okay. I always feel like you're cheating.
Why would I do that? Right. I shuffled my cards now. And I will start. Can I start?
Yeah, I just don't mind the guy who doesn't know what he's doing over here with the Tabletopia.
You can ask.
No matter how many times I do this, I always end up like rotating my cards the wrong way or something. Don't look at my cards.
Okay. Wait. This Mr. Viking. Hello, Mr. Viking. Whoa. That's a nice card.
Quit looking.
Okay, I'm looking away.
All right.
Gerard?
Yes.
You see where you see my hand where it is.
Don't touch my soldiers.
No. You see here, ne? You see here, ne? There's your target. Leave space alone.
I'm putting a border up right here.
I will build my fortified wall. I mean castle here.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Is that okay?
No, I said I start.
Yeah, I already said he starts. So just relax.
I will march. I think I will march. Yes, I was going to start with a march. Right. Oh golly.
What a shame. So just so
I
people
got it.
understand, it is windy and you only got 2 spaces to move. So that's damn.
Oh yeah, and I can pick up and drop soldiers. So
Yeah,
you
so
can't march your
even
soldiers
though
in
it
two
looks like
directions.
that guy moved 2 and that guy moved 1, that's a completely valid move because the marching is given to all the armies in the spot or the soldiers in the spot. Why are we moving the tiles around, Harad? Can we put that down, please? That's great. That's super.
Let me just lock that.
Because Hurricane Katrina blew away the wood.
No, with him, you just have to make sure he's not touching stuff he's not supposed to. Right, so, okay, I've done mine, and I can get a temporary victory point because at this stage I'm owning that trading post. So, and I get a temporary victory point for owning it.
Lance, you still need to play.
Yeah, okay, Dad. I need to put my trading post down. I got it. There.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to place it that close to your gate, Lance?
What? I'm sorry, what?
Are you sure you want to place the trading post so close to your gate? I mean, it's on your front porch.
You know, you guys are always telling me I play the game wrong, and last time I won the last time, but we'll just leave it alone there. How many players will this support? Can you play like more than 4, or is it a 4-player game?
6 players.
6 players, you say?
Yeah, but then it's going to be hectic. Really, but you can do it. We've done it before. We need the egg timer for Lance.
Relax.
Just saying.
Well,
whose turn is it?
Harad. It's Harad's turn. So
yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm also gonna build. Okay, I'm gonna build.
What are you gonna build?
I'm gonna guess a university.
Very good. He's gonna build red.
I'm so predictable.
Okay,
I'm gonna build. One red.
Then how much did that cost you to build that, Harad?
It's gonna be 1 mining and 1 gold.
Very good.
Was it?
Yeah, 1 mining, 1 gold.
All right, I am going to march. I haven't rolled yet. Relax. I'm going to move my little person thing first. Grab my 1. I'm going to roll the red die.
Oh, nice.
See? It likes me. How do you grab both of them again?
You shift, and then you just drag a square around.
Very good. So that is going to be 1. I'm going to move this one over here for 2. And actually, I'm going to do that for 2. Put them both together. And then this guy who doesn't want to stand up, I'm going to go here 3.
This is a bad one.
You're a bad one.
This is a bad one. I think I'm going to build. Okay, my next one is build. Definitely build. And I will build blue.
Just one?
Yeah, one is enough. I don't need more for now.
Are you scared, Freddy?
No, I'm not scared. I know the person is sitting next to me.
I'm also going to be seeming like I'm copying, and I'm going to build as well.
And Lance, it's first Gerard.
Oh, that's sorry. I'm so used to going after Freddy here. Oh, my secret plans.
What are you doing, Gerard?
He's building a green.
That's so unlike Gerard.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, that was my big idea. I was going to build a green. Now I feel like I'm just doing the same thing.
Well, you did say you're going to be a copycat. I was just giving you an opportunity to be a copycat.
Actually, I'm going to build a blue in engineering. And that's one gold and one mining, correct?
Yeah. There are choices. Choices. It's a hard choice. I think yeah.
Oh, hey, I get my temporary victory point though. Where's my temporary victory point?
There it is.
Woo! I'm tied for the lead.
Okay, 30, I think we're going to get you an egg timer as well.
Yeah, I'm just contemplating here, man. It's like I think I must buy green as well. But the thing is, otherwise I'm going to be behind in the tech race. So I can't afford that. So no, I'll go and buy green as well. Level 1. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I'm buying. I'm generating more tax.
Oh, damn it.
Ah,
That's going to cost me.
he took the thing.
Do you think that? Do you think you need that card? I don't think you need it, really.
Time will tell.
You really don't need that card. Why did you take something like improved farming? You know.
Yeah.
I'm going to build again. And I'm going to actually build a village. I'm not going to go settlement. I'm going to go straight to village. So that's going to be 2 wheat, 2 lumber, and 2 gold.
Yeah.
And grab this guy, and I'm going to put it on my trading post. And I get 2 silos, correct?
Yep, you get 2 silos that you can place.
Done.
Okay. I will think I'll buy a blue upgrade quickly, level 1. I'll buy engineering level 1. And,
What does the level 1 cost you?
it's 1 gold, 1 lumber, and 1 wheat. It's not costing you mining. I'll take this one. Okay.
I'm gonna buy red tech.
Redneck. What? I can imagine Gerard is going to buy red.
I'm glad he's
Gerard,
diagonal from me, so it'll take him a while to attack me.
Gerard, can I ask you something interesting? Can I?
You can.
How fast can you read the other side in terms of to the blue side? Can you actually reach it this time?
My aim is, but I might be bluffing. Okay, Lance, it's your turn when you are ready.
Yeah, decisions. I should probably get... You kind of took the defensive upgrade I wanted, so I'm a little annoyed by that.
Remember, I'm coming for you, man.
I know. So looking at the upgrades, I'm gonna buy the level 1 blue. And remind me again what it cost me to buy a level 1 blue upgrade.
It's 1 lumber.
One lumber and 1 wheat.
1 wheat.
1 lumber, 1 wheat, and what else? And 1 gold, right?
1 gold. That gets pretty expensive later on. Lance, your soldiers are drunk.
You're drunk.
No, man, it's falling over. I'm helping it.
Well, I appreciate that. He's been a slacker as long as I've known him.
He's got some mercenary blood in him.
Yeah, I bought improved shields, so when I defend, I've got +1 strength and +1 block.
Yeah, I like more the berserk attack. Go out in style. Go to Valhalla.
There you go. But I bought engineering for my 4th, and I'll put that right there.
Okay, so yeah, now I'm going to do my last one. Can't even build. I can buy economy if I really want. What is an economy that I want? I'm going to go for improved farming. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go resources +2.
I think I'm going to go improve farming.
So I'm increasing 1 lumber and 1 wheat.
I am also going to do resources +2. And seeing as how I'm going to get a wheat, and I'm going to get a mining and a gold.
So I told you already to pick that.
So resources +2. So I get to pick any two I want, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Anything you want.
I'm going to take a lumber, and I'm going to take a gold. I don't have a way to create that right now.
Right. That's it. The year is done.
The year is done.
So research your actions and take 3 gold and 1 of each resource from your capital.
So go through that. Go through that so people can, and they're watching, they understand.
Okay, so the resources that you calculate, you will take 3 gold. Your capital city gives you 3 gold just for being in the game. And 1 of each resource as well. And then for every village on the board, you'll get 1 extra gold. And for every silo that's on the board that you have, say, on lumber or wheat, you will get another gold, another lumber or wheat or mining. In Lance's case, where he's got 2 silos on, say, wheat and mining, he will gain an extra wheat and an extra mining during each year. In my case, I would only receive 1 extra gold because I've got a soldier stationed on the trading post that I occupy.
Who is currently stealing the gold, basically?
Yeah, basically, I'm raiding it. Right.
Yeah, my gold wasn't 2, so I got 3 from the capital city plus the 2 generated tax, the upgrade I bought. So I'm now on 7 gold.
Okay, so I get because of this improved farming, I get 1 extra lumber as well, and I get an extra wheat. That's it. That's how you calculate resources, and then every player get 1 morale card.
And it's 3 soldiers.
And 1 free soldier to bring to your gate that you can. I just want to say something. While we're on the soldiers and building villages and stuff, that you can bring soldiers on the board as long as you can support them. If let's say if you have a lot of soldiers on the board, you need to have villages to support them. So your villages support. Let me just check there because we changed that a bit. Where did we put that?
I don't know.
Yeah, so under the food section, I can help you out here.
Yeah.
Just read it out. Every player starts the game with 2 free soldiers at the capital gate, with 1 free soldier at the end of every year. Maximum 10 soldiers per player in total, with 3 squads, 3
soldiers in a squad allowed.
3 soldiers in a squad allowed, unless an upgrade has been bought, a big upgrade which allows you to have 4 soldiers in 1 unit. So soldier can only leave the capital city if villages has been built to support them, excluding the first 2 soldiers which are supported by the capital city. So a settlement can support only 1 soldier, and a village can support 2, and a castle can support 4. So in my case, I will only be able to move 2 of my soldiers at the moment, because I don't have a village to support the 3rd one.
My case, I want to do, me too. Yeah, I'm also stuck, so I need to build a village to support my new soldier. I can't bring this one on the board, basically.
But I will start at 10 because I don't have any victory points.
Yeah, I know.
And the person with the amount of victory points will start.
One other quick question. If you, say you had a castle and you lost it, would you then have to get rid of the soldiers that you had? Like if you couldn't support them anymore?
You have to. Then you will have to. Your capital city supports 2 on the board, but it can house 6. So you will take them back to your capital city if you can't support them. And if your capital city is full, you will put them back in the reserve, and you need to recruit them again. So it's better to keep your villages on the board. So what we found is when we test played a lot, it was there was players that actually they were weaker than other players in terms of military, and then they went at the back and scuppered some villages of opposing players to level the playing field, so to speak. So if you can't support them, you will take them off the board to your capital city, and if your capital city is full, they will go back into your reserves.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to march.
Roll the die. Now we got to make sure we watch him roll the die. We've had problems with this.
I am flipping. I'm not. No, I'm rolling. I'm not flipping. Oh, there we go. Sure, strong winds, eh?
Oh, what a shame.
Okay, I'm going to move 2 of my soldiers. And I'm going to go 1. I'm going to go 2. That's my turn concluded.
That is your turn completed. I'm gonna build, and I'm gonna build a green university. The economy. And for those of you playing at home, university level 1 costs
1 gold and 1
golden mining.
Yourself, but I'll say it. Yeah, 1 gold, 1 mining. Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. I can't bring a soldier out of the on the board yet. So. Lucky bird. Okay, you done, Lance?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I need to march or build, but I think I'll march this round. I don't need to throw the dice because I know where I want to go. And it's only 1. So it's fine. I'm done.
Okay, I'm gonna buy higher productivity.
Harald, are you well?
Well, I think it's the hay fever, you know. It's spring. It's a new season.
I'm fluish. I know I'm fluish, but this is not you.
I'm feeling a bit greenish, okay?
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried about you. I'm solidly worried about you. This is not you.
But I'm still gonna win there.
Yeah, so you think.
Okay, so -1 gold, -1 on there, -1. Wait, now the reason why I bought this one is because Lance is just thinking about buying some green tech, so I'm leaving him with the least popular one in level 1.
It's almost like it was planned.
Sorry, Lance. Next time.
I don't really feel like you're sorry at all, actually. So that's a good question, though. If there's no level 1, I mean, and if like, say, would you skip level 1 then, or can you just not get
Yeah, if there's no level 1 available anymore, then you can go to the next one. So then level 2, you can buy directly from 2 then.
So this one isn't any good at all. I don't like it. You designed this game. Why did you put this in here?
Well,
That's part of it. Snooze, you lose.
No. Normally, Gerard buys that type of cards because he's normally amassing a big army and buying red tech and then wage war against everyone around the board. So that card normally suits him very, very well.
Today I'm playing a very political game.
A very spiteful game. Not political, spiteful.
Spiteful. Filled with
Going
anger
into
and spite.
Going into a trade war.
Well, that's the name of the game, literally. All right, you know what? I'm gonna build. And no, I'm not. God, am I gonna build?
You can build a castle if you want to.
Yeah, that's super expensive.
No, you know what? I'm gonna take that green card. I don't care. I'm gonna research it. That's fine. When I have all my soldiers rampaging through your lands, you will know my anger.
You feel my wrath.
There you go.
I'm trying to wind you up, Lance. I want you to come for me.
I don't get wound up. My wife just told me the other day. She says if I was any more laid back, I'd be moving backwards. So.
No.
It's quite far to travel to you, Lance. I was hoping you could meet me here in the middle. There's some nice scenery here with beautiful mountain and lake. We can just pretend like we like each other.
Oh yeah. We can pretend. That's true. But anyway, right. So I bought a level 1, so I got to spend a gold, a lumber, and a wheat. So. Gold. Lumber. Wheat. Done.
Okay, I'm building a village. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I am going to go to Blue University. Is that surprising, Freddy?
Yeah, really. What color are you building?
Blue.
Oh, donor. Yeah, that's surprising.
And a level 1, so that's going to be 1 gold.
Well, I can say, Gerard, I can say, please spit out my friend. You ate him.
Hey, I'm just bluffing you guys. I'm coming for you.
Okay, right.
Please pass me a university, Phil.
What?
Please pass me a blue university.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, hands off my guy.
I'm just checking if he's all right.
Am I up?
Yeah, it's your turn.
It is my turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Most definitely.
Quit moving. Get your hand away from my silos over there.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm inspecting.
The right hand of doom over there. The red right hand. Let's see here. Man. Well, you know what? I might as well use my special power and recruit.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't work like that. You know, that card is a bit of a bummer card, and it's only a good card in the end of the game or a later game. And you know why? Because that is 2 soldiers more in your reserve. So where we only have 10 soldiers, you have 12 soldiers. It doesn't mean you can just bring them on the
it
board.
means I can have more people though. Like in the end, ultimately.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm still going to recruit because I need more soldiers. So what does it cost to recruit a soldier?
It is expensive. You don't want to recruit.
Geez, you keep talking me out of it. Okay, fine, I won't.
I'm just asking. You know, it's like it's 3 lumber and 3 wheat. I mean, it's expensive.
I want to have.
I'm coming for you. That's why it's recruiting.
Yeah, it's like 3 lumber and 3 wheat. It's quite expensive.
3 lumber. Well, you know what? Fine. Maybe I'll build a village.
A village.
A village, yes. Actually, I'm going to march. Sorry, I'm going to march.
It's like, is that your final? Is that your final choice? Right? It's like, is that your final answer?
I put it down. I know it's the winner, but that's fine. I don't care. Give me good luck.
Well, that's not a bad roll.
No, that's not bad at all. I really can't complain about that. So I'm going to move him there. And actually, I only wanted the 1 movement. So, well, no, I am. Actually, put him back. We're going to go 1.
No, you can't.
Maybe I can't.
No, you can't. You can't move there. You need to build the lake. Okay, you need to build a bridge or a.
You need to build a silly bridge again.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Fine.
No, you can't do that.
Why can't I do that?
No, you cannot do that because you can't move 2 armies.
Oh, that's right. You know what? Fine. Fine. I'm done. That make you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. More than happy. I'll build another. It's like I'll do another village as well. Now we can't march. Just I'll build the village. Right. My turn is done. Just give me a second. I'm just going to fetch my charger. I see my phone is going to die on me or on my Hangouts. Just hold on. I'll be back. Give me a minute.
I'll take my turn in the meantime. So I'm thinking I'm going to go resources +2. I'm going to up my mining. Right, 2. Okay, Lance, it's you again.
It is me again. Well, now I'm going to build. And I'm going to build a village. You can go ahead and do the rest of your turns since I just need to put my resources down and adjust my my resources. It cost me 2 lumber, 2 wheat, and 2 gold.
All right.
Your turn, Freddie. Good
Okay,
timing.
cool. What was the previous move?
I built a village.
We built a village. Okay. At this stage, I've done my build. I can't march because can I march? No. Yes, I can because we're now in the next season. Let me just see what is in blue. I want to buy maybe a blue tick. Yes, I'm going to buy another blue tick. I'm going to buy rolling fireballs. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm buying 2 green level universities. So it's going to cost me 5
Double
gold and 5 mining.
Gerard, do you have that much money?
Sorry, I went the wrong way. Minus. I did because I did resources plus 2 in my previous round. So please have to agree.
But you're now on level 3 green, if I'm not mistaken, Gerard.
Yep.
Oh, you're rocking the economy, eh?
Strategy, bro, strategy.
Whatever. But you have got no villages on the board. You notice that? I'm just asking.
Yeah. I don't have both.
Say again?
It's okay. I've got them both. Yeah.
It's like it seems like a very protectionist policy you're following, but hashtag just saying.
Hashtag just. I believe I am up now.
Yeah. The academic has done his turn.
Too sharp for you, Freddie. Too sharp.
I thought you're not going to miss that third level.
I am going to build. I'm going to build a 2nd level engineering. So 2 gold, 2 lumber, 2 wheat.
Yeah. That's not too bad. Right. We done, Lance?
I am, sir.
I'm going to do resources plus 2. My cash is low, so I'll take 2 extra wheats. Oh, no. Whose turn is it now?
The year is concluded.
All right. Let's reset quickly. Okay. 3 for your capital for gold. 1 of each resource. And then gold for every village that's on the board that you own. And gold for every trading post that you occupy or have a village on. And then for every resource silo, you get a resource. So in my case, I will get 2 mining extra and 2 mining. And I will get 2 lumber and 2 wheat. Because I've got that extra card at the bottom that helps me. And then you also get another soldier on the board. Just capital gate. And you will receive a morale card.
Woo! Morale card.
Nice. Okay, I'm adding my 2 or my 1 lumber and my 1 miner and my 2 extra gold for the upgrades. Okay, and I will start first again since I don't have any Zatla coins yet with 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a free recruit soldier, no?
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah.
Free soldier. Ooh.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my morale card, which is 2 free soldier recruits.
That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, I think the more optimum question is, can you support them, Gerard, on the board? No, you cannot.
Don't you worry. This is behind a big curtain.
Yeah, it's like it's like behind the iron wall or what, the iron curtain.
Iron curtain, exactly.
Gerard, but just mind me asking, how can you get so much resources yet you have no villages on the board?
That's why I have so many resources. Because I haven't built any villages.
Yeah, but you build a lot of universities and they cost a lot of money.
Gold and mining.
Yeah, I know.
We get free gold every year.
Yes, I'm just auditing you, yes.
2 gold extra tax generated.
I think what he's trying to say is that he doesn't trust you. If I had to.
No, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
auditors, please.
No, I'm not the auditor. I'm just the economist, but I'm just checking up on you because your numbers doesn't make sense. I'm just checking. Anyway, Lance, I think you can play because if I let Gerard loose, he's gonna, I don't know, magically grow more resources.
My computer is stalling a little bit. Can I refresh, no?
You can.
Well, I was gonna say we're getting close to that point where we might have to pause the game and then start it up again and close it out. I was hoping somebody would fight me or something so I could show the people that are watching how a battle takes place. I mean, you guys are closer. You guys should beat each other up and leave me to pick up the leaving.
Freddie, let's just do something like that just for the fun of it.
Yeah, but you're stuck on the other side of the world.
It's okay, I will march towards you.
And you mean by march towards Freddy, right? Because Freddy's been the one that you want to fight. Not me. I'm a peace-loving nation.
I can do 1, 2, yes. 1, 2, 3. I can't reach you, Freddie.
Yeah,
So
that's fine, but I'm not. No. Listen to me. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. I will not engage you because my powers does not allow me to engage you. I want you to engage me. Because I bought blue. I will not attack you. I will wait for you.
I think this battle will have to be continued in the next episode.
Yeah, okay, but why don't you like, we won't be able to show it because I want this game to be played out like we would normally play it out. And like I said, I appreciate people that are watching us right now and will watch this after the fact. But why don't you, Freddie? Why don't you explain the mechanisms of how a battle is taken care of when two armies meet each other? And I should ask, is it possible for two armies to meet each other and not fight on the board?
Yes, it is possible when you form an alliance. How you form an alliance is every player will burn 4 gold from the stockpile of gold, and then you're in a physical and formal alliance, and you can actually help a player to defend his position, or he can help you, and also you can decide on a, say, alliance victory, and in a case like this, if it's a 2-player, it's alliance victory is your individual points for every player plus 2. So if you play for 6 points, alliance victory will then be 6 plus 6 plus 2, so it will be 14 points that the alliance need to actually win the game. So it's a bit more difficult, but I guess in bigger games when there's 6 players, you will see more alliances forming between players, say 2 players at a stage trying to fend off other players from the territories and stuff. So in a smaller game where it's only 3 players, it's highly unlikely that you will see a alliance forming. But in a bigger game with 6 players, it's more probably something that's going to happen as the game progresses.
Is there a negative to breaking an alliance other than breaking your friend's heart?
Yes, you will have to pay out your partner. So basically, when you break the alliance, you will have to pay the cost of 8 gold, and you will have to pay that basically to the guy you're stabbing in the back, basically.
Well, so it's like you put the dagger in their back and then you hand them some money, is what you're saying.
Yes, basically.
All right, so just explain the mechanisms behind a battle and how, just like we'll put the
okay.
back.
Okay, let us assume Gerard engage me. Gerard, will you bring your black soldiers and engage me here? So then I can actually show what your cards are doing and mine are doing. Then
by some medical, I was able to come right to you.
Yeah. And let's say I have another soldier here, because that was what I was planning on doing with my marching, getting another soldier here. So it's 2 versus 2. So what you will do is you will take your first card from your deck, and you will turn it around face up so everyone can see that's the card you burned.
And so and the reason for that is so you can have an idea of what your deck will do for you when you battle, but you might end up burning the card that you really, really wanted to use.
Yes.
The fog of war, if you will.
Yeah, and then the second card from your deck you'll take to your hand, but you won't reveal it immediately. You will look at it, and then you will decide the morale cards that you have in your hand that only you can see. You will decide what cards you're going to use, because once you reveal your second card, your second battle card, and you reveal your morale cards that you're going to enhance it with, that's it. You can't add morale cards after you reveal your hand. So if you reveal your cards, you reveal your cards and you can't add to it. So you must decide on what cards that's in your hand, morale cards, you're going to use in conjunction with your second battle card to determine the outcome of the battle for you. So in my case, I can say it out loud and I'll show you, I'm going to play both my morale cards that I received in the 2 years that we played. So I will reveal my hand, and then Gerard can reveal his hand. Gerard, are we going to reveal quickly?
Yeah, I'm going to use my morale card, and this is my battle card, and I'm using also. So
let's just focus in on these. So put your cards down here as well, so we can
So here is my battle card. There is my battle card. Here is my one morale card that I said I'm going to play, and here is my second morale card. So this is my deck I'm playing.
Yes, move this on the side. That's I'm not playing now.
Okay, and this is the cards I'm adding to the battle as part of my tech upgrades. Okay. So Gerard, is this your cards you're playing?
Yeah.
Okay. So
just explain further about the strength, how you calculate that.
So basically, I'm gonna bring the soldiers just here so quickly. So, so for illustration purposes, so let's just get the soldiers on the board here where we calculating battles. But normally you don't take them off the board, but just for showing what we're doing. So you will look first and foremost at your battle card. This is where you'll start. You say, I've got 3 strength on my battle card, plus 2 will give me 5, plus my morale card gives me 8 that I have. Then my tech upgrade cards that I bought give me another one 9, and my second one gives me 10 strength in total that I will bring to the battle. Gerard is bringing his 2 soldiers plus the 1, so it's 3, plus the 1 here is 4. So it's 4 play 10, so red wins this battle easily. But that is not where it ends. You still need to calculate the losses that players will incur when they do battle. So you will look at your battle card. You'll see I killed 2, and Gerard blocks 1. So 2, he's blocked 2. So he doesn't lose anything. But I've got an additional 2 on my morale card here, so that he does not block. So he will lose these 2 soldiers. Will be taken back to his reserves as say dead. Let me just get this one dead. Right. So
I've got 1, 2, 3 death blows, and you have 2 blocks. So you lose 1 soldier.
Yeah. So I will win the battle. And I will remain on my village here on the board, and he will take these 2 soldiers that died back to his reserve. There are situations where you can win the battle and both armies are annihilated. The player winning the battle on strength will still take the points, but the village will remain on the board because it can't go off the board because it was a draw in terms of casualties. But the village will remain on the board, and the winning player in terms of strength will get the victory point.
This is a gold Zatla, a gold victory point.
Yeah, and so actually talk about the victory points and talk about how the game is eventually won.
So basically, you can win the game by it's the guy who's got the most points, say at the end of the game, in terms of whether you play for points, say 8 points or 5 points or whatever points, or by duration time. So you can say we want to play for 2 hours and we want to see who's got the most points in 2 hours time, and you will calculate the points, and then you get a situation where players are say tied on points because both your temporary and your permanent victory points counts towards the total points that you achieved during the game. But if they are tied, the guy with the most golden points or golden or permanent victory points win the game. And if they are still tied, you go back to this biggest empire in the rulebook, which we refer to as well as the biggest army. So there are ways that you deduce it if they are still tied. You break it down even further to see who's winning. But I guess in most cases, it's the guy who's got the most golden points, even if they are tied on points after the game. And just a final point on victory points, you can get these golden points by battle, either by attacking or defending. You can get it by if you upgrade your universities to level 4, you will get a golden point. And for every 2 villages that you own, say that you occupy 2 trading posts, during the year. For every year that you occupy them in the year end, you will receive another golden point. So when you have 2 points, say 2 trading posts that you occupy, you will actually try and keep them as long as possible and as many years as possible, because as you keep them, they will keep on generating for you permanent victory points. So that's why the name is Tradewarz, because when you play a longer game, these points will get highly contested, because you will get something like this. Someone will build a fortified castle on top of these points, so they will be heavily guarded and protected in quite a sweet spot, because if you on a level 4 university, green specifically because it's economics, this trading post with the fortified castle and villages and stuff will yield you 5 gold, plus it gives you, say, victory points in the end. So there's actually become quite a sweet deal, if I can put it in inverted commas. So that's why we deduced the name Tradewarz, because you will fight to keep control and gain control of the trading posts in the game. Hence the name Tradewarz, actually.
Well, and thus why they have the name of Tradewarz. So, yeah, I mean, it just I wish, like I said, I wish this is a game that my gaming group would absolutely love, just because of the kind of the slow build up and the process and the everybody's kind of tense waiting for the first person to finally, move their marker to march, and it isn't just marching to like go claim more territory. It's, the army's on the move and they're moving in to invade. And plus the board can be different each time you play, right? Like, the board that we have right now, that isn't like the standard setup. The mountains can be in different places, the lakes can be in different places, and so forth.
Lance, just to interject there, the only proviso when we set up the board is if you go and look at the videos that we posted online for the Kickstarter campaign and so on, it's like it's a modular board setup, so all these octagons can actually take out. It's like tiles that you place in. The only proviso that we have in the rules is that you can't place lakes and mountains on the outer rim of the board. That's something that the mountains and lakes are only allowed in the middle of the board. And when I designed the engine, if so to speak, for the game, as there's specific a couple of games that's all out war from the start, and the game that springs to mind at this stage is Kemet. I love Kemet. I played it a couple of times, but it's all out war. There's no time for a real slow build up. And personally, from my personal perspective, I'm a patient guy. I like to build up and build stuff and then move the army out. So I guess this game caters towards whether you're a patient guy playing a patient game, a longer type of game, or whether you're a Gerard type of player, because he's more aggressive normally. That's why I'm saying today he was playing counter what he's always playing, because he normally plays really aggressive, move the army out, go and conquer and terrorize people. And it's not nice being close to him, because if you're a slow player and he's a fast player, you better watch out. So it's dependent on your personality type. There's multiple ways to set up the board, because the tiles are going to be different every time you play the game, and the layout's going to change. And if you have players on the board that buy different tech that you normally buy, it's also going to change the dynamic when you play. So there's a lot of dynamics that comes into play when you play this game with a lot of friends quite often, because people know what you go and then what you buy and how you play, and then they will try and counter and what your normal strategy is. Yeah, guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's people make the comments of no two games are ever the same, and I think this is one of those definitely that fits that bill. But also, it's such a, like, every single time we've played it, we've done different things. I remember I went heavy technology one game when we played and tried to do that, and like kind of tried to turtle a little bit and just kind of like let other people duke it out. I've been the aggressor. I mean, it's a fun way to play it. We'll have to, like I said, pause this. We'll come back to it, and we'll play this out later. And unfortunately, like, we had a few technical problems, and I know it's getting late for you guys, and my kids are just getting home from school and stuff. But if anybody who's watching this either live or after the fact have any questions, what's the best way to, first of all, go to the Kickstarter page. Just go to Kickstarter and type in Tradewarz. That is WARZ at the end, TRADEWARZ. Go check out the Kickstarter page. But if they wanted to reach out to you guys, what's the best way to do that?
Lance, on the Kickstarter, they can search for just a Game of Kings. If they can't remember Tradewarz or how to spell it, if they just search for a Game of Kings, they can also find it.
Okay, okay. So what's the best way to reach out to you, Freddie and Gerhard?
I think the best way is pop us a message on Facebook. We're Tradewarz with a Z or the Z, like you say. You'll get us. We get a lot of comments. Why the Z on the end or the Z on the end? When we created the game, most of the names Tradewarz with the S was taken. So we decided why not. And currently there's a lot of questions being asked about the Z and the name. That's something that we're looking into at this stage. But at this stage, you will still find us under our name, Tradewarz with a Z, basically, or a Game of Kings when you search for us on Kickstarter.
Perfect. Well, guys, thank you. Thank you for staying up late and doing this. I appreciate you you playing the game with me. And like I said, we'll have to pick it up and do it again. And I would like to see who wins that battle for real when the two of you decide to go at it. And leave me alone and don't attack me ever, because I'm a peace-loving nation.
It's like if you want to throw Gerhard off his game, march on him first before he can march on you. Just a tip.
Well, I hope you guys get enough sleep. Again, thank you for staying up late. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for this, Lance.